Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for AA Gokin. And this is the second one from their line, the Black Getter. Alright. Now these are kind of like your chibi version of the Soul Gokins. I really like them. I like super deforms. And plus he has diecast parts, why not? Even better. I got mine from Ami. And here's the box art. And mind you, this is going to be another blind review, or I know little, not at all. I watched some of the Getter, particularly the Shin Getter OVA, but didn't really get much into it. I probably should have watched the series, but it's one of those that it's kind of hard for me to get back and watch it. I just like the design, and that's why I got this. Yep, there's a lot of awesome super robot animes out there, but it's hard to keep up. Anyways, here we go. Here's the box art. And it's, I believe, made by Arcadia. They might be the ones who make the Metal Boys before. So they're kind of just continuing this, which is great. I like this. It does come with effect parts, it seems. The one where, so like from his fist, it's like squeezing something out. Really cool. There we go. The top and that's pretty much it for the box. It's not a window though. Kinda wish it does. Anyways, let's take a look inside. Alright, we got the Black Getter here, and it looks amazing. I really like the panel lines. So cool. Now this one has that somewhat of a matte finish for the black, or maybe a bit of semi-matte or semi-gloss. It's not really glossy. Yeah. But nonetheless, it's great. Then you have a kind of like the gunmetal gray here. You got the nice silver there on the face mask, as well as the blades here, and even the spikes on his knuckles. Really cool. I like the layout. Really nice. Alright, so in terms of articulation, and actually before we get there, I just want to quickly go over the LED gimmick. Which is, starts with the head. So for the light gimmick, there's a button right here that we're gonna press, and as we look closely here, it's actually a clear yellow plastic here, and they actually have the decal there for the eyes, for the pupil of the eyes. When you press on this, I like how it still shows there. Really nice. It's a bright LED. It's kind of like amber color. Yep, really cool. And I'm gonna show you what's inside there. So you got those two yellow LEDs. Actually, sorry, it's there. They're amber, but without it, it looks like it's yellow. There's a screw there. It takes two LR41 batteries, and yeah, and that's pretty much the back side of the face. Very easy. Now going over articulation, and this is without the cape and the scarf, so it'll have more articulation now than before. Or later, actually. Anyways, moving on, we have the neck here. Move side to side, look up. Actually, not too much on up, but look down, and you can actually move this up for some weird reason. Just a hinge there, but yeah, that's not too bad on the neck movement, which is great. Now we have the shoulder here. It's on a hinge right there, as you can see. Fairly good. I don't think there's a bicep swivel, but you got a swivel on the elbow, as well as a bend, just 90 degree. Not too bad. And I've noticed that you got this kind of like indigo color for the joints. Then you have your ball joint at the wrist. Same thing here. Interesting. It seems like they covered that up. I think this shares the same mold as the regular Getter. So I wonder if you can detach this. Interesting. And now we have the legs here. which you can extend from what I remember from the first one. So it is a straight peg underneath going this way, and this allows you to give you more articulation, and you have that little knee bend there, not too bad. And I can't remember, there's probably no, but I just popped that off. You get a bit of ankle articulation here, which is not too bad either. Yep, really great. Torso wise, you can rotate it this way. Obviously there's not going to be a waist articulation, but that alone is good enough. Really nice. I'm not sure what this is. I can't remember if I was able to remove that from previously, but I don't think there's use for it here. Just one of those mysterious tabs. And I think that's about... Actually, from what I remember, you can remove this. There we go. And this is where we're gonna probably attach the cape. Yep. So while we're at it, we're gonna go remove certain things, and let's go over the cape. Alright, we got the cape here. I already attached one, and it's just one of those weird connection, and I'm not too fond of, because I really remember this from last time where I tried to put this. You got a plastic peg here. You put this on and through, then you have a kind of like a nut to lock it in place. And I lost that nut. It went and bounced around my floor. I had a little difficulty finding it. It's right here. It's so small. So if you do have this figure, be careful and make sure you're able to find that. There we go. And that should lock in place. Quite nice. So you got this kind of like glossy black cape here on the back side, and you got the red. It's made of that flexible plastic. It feels like a rubber. Really nice. I like this. Now we have two peg holes there, or where it goes through here. There we go. And we're just gonna cover it up. And hopefully it stays there. It's a little tricky. And there he goes. What I'm afraid of. Let me put it all together. I already moved the nut. I also forgot to mention this. You do have a shoulder swivel here, which is great. I'm not really sure why you need that, but you can touch his chin with that articulation there. Alright, I've managed to find it, and hopefully this works this time. There we go. And get it all aligned. Press this in, and that should do the trick. There we go. Got that nice black cape. The next part is putting that scarf. With that, we're gonna detach the head. So we're just gonna pop this up. There we go. It's in a ball joint. And grab this one. I think it goes this way. Yep. And it just rests there. Or was it this way? No. I think, yeah. It only goes this way. So it sways to the right. And there we go. Really cool. Alright, so this one comes with a stand, and it's right here. It's a little stand, just somewhat of a rectangular base, and you get this connector part here. You got screws to loosen this up, but more than likely you just want to have it straight up. Simple base. And this pegs into that giant hole underneath. There we go. Actually, it's nice that they made that peg hole, you know, that big. It is a heavy figure, and you don't want the 3mm standard that we see on figures. that's too small and he might break. Alright, moving on, we have a variety of hands. We have the closed fist, then you have fist to hold the tomahawk, and why don't we use that one? Let's go with the right hand. I'll just do one. Yep. So I'll pop this out. It's fairly easy to do. You get that nice large ball joint right there. Here we go. And comes with 2 tomahawks. And this actually is a different colored than the original one. The original one was gray. Now we have this nice metallic navy blue. Really cool. And with this, you're supposed to detach it from the underside, which allows you to slide it in. There we go. Put this on first. And hopefully I don't scrape off any of the metallic paint. That's always a concern for me. And slide this back in. There we go. And now we have the axe. Now this one does not come with the effect part. It comes with the first one where it's his slashing. But if you are curious, I do have that other figure, and here it is. So this is from the first one. It's not from this. And there we go. Really cool. And let me just put that back on the other one. Right, so moving on. What else we got here? It's quite a variety of hands here. That. Okay, here we go. So sorry about that. The next part is you have the closed fist with longer knuckle spikes. There we go. Really cool. And what else we got here? So already shown that one for the, and I think, yeah. So this is the last one. You have a pair for holding the getter machine guns, I think. Or the getter rifles. Yeah, these are really cool. And you can remove this for some reason. And I think that's the only moving part. But you do get 2 of them, and this is different from the first one. The first one is all white, and this one you get like gold drum and like that gunmetal. Really nifty. So let's try it with the left side this time. Pop it out. Push that in. I really like how it's easy to swap out the hands. Sometimes they get stuck. Right, here we go. Other than that, the last gimmick is this one here. And it's one of those where, why is it on this sealed plastic? And sometimes you kind of, do I want to open it or just leave it in there? But yeah, here we go. This is really cool. I'm not sure if he's squashing or squeezing an enemy gut or something, but that looks amazing. Actually, the Gator series, it's one of those gory and yeah, super robot. Despite being mechanical, there's a lot of, you know, guts. Or maybe the robots are biomechanical. This one is particularly hard to put on. But there you go. Yeah, really cool. Other than that, I think that's about it. Here we go, we got both of them. They look great. And I just want to share something real quick. I had if you have the regular Gator here, you have this effect part like I mentioned before. You have this on top of the tomahawk right here, and you have in a certain angle, the gravity will take over. This has some weight on it, and this will tend to warp, or actually not warp, but bend on one way. A great way to fix that, or the easiest way also, is through heat. Either run on hot water on your sink, or use your hair dryer if you have one, or borrow some from your family. So go ahead and apply some heat, but be careful in the hair dryer. You don't want to apply too much, else it will warp or even might melt the plastic, depending on how much heat you're putting on it. Then you kind of bend it back. Make sure, careful though, dealing with temperature. Straighten it out. Then while it's cooling down, keep it in that position. Then once it goes back to the room temperature, it will retain that plastic memory, and it will straighten it out. So that's one way to fix that. Otherwise, they look both great. I really like them. I keep forgetting to show this. The other side, I'm not sure if I showed that in terms of details, but there's ridges underneath the ears or the horns right there. And despite having the same mold, there's subtle differences. Like the horns on this one is pointed. This one, you got that edge there. You don't have the horns anymore, and you have a longer spike here. And you got the scarf. The cape is different. Those differences that differentiate Blackadder altogether, and it's nice. So other than that, I think for this set, the effect parts are different, as well as the hands. You got the spiked ones, the longer ones for the Blackadder. The regular Getter, you're gonna get this relaxed hands, and I don't think the Blackadder has that. Otherwise, it's almost the same set of weapons and hands. Anyways, that's about it for the review. Hope you guys like it. And there we go. Would I recommend getting them? It really depends on your budget. These are quite expensive. I just want to try it out. Depends on what they're gonna release next, but unless it's something that I'm really fond of, if they make a Gurren Lagann or maybe a Gao Geiger, maybe I'll go for it. Although I do have a lot of iteration of those on other figure forms already, but we'll see. Depends on how cool they are. I do really like the details on this. And also, again, they do have the metallic version. So depending on how you like your metallics, you have choices. But yeah, it really boils down on your budget. They are quite expensive. Anyways, that's it for the review. Hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.